Hey there, welcome to That Dang Dad. My name is Phil, and tonight we're doing something a little different. If you saw my YouTube community post, you know that I'm going through a pretty big move right now. Me and the family are leaving Kentucky. We are moving up to Minnesota, believe it or not. So the move is happening very fast. There's lots of chaos. Things are getting packed. I obviously don't have my usual setup. I am broadcasting to you live from my parents' house. So please forgive any quality issues that you notice. And I'm also working without a script today. I haven't really had time to sit down and hammer something out, but I just wanted to check in with you all. I was planning on taking a break from the channel while I did this move, but missed you guys. So I just wanted to let you know that the move is going well. Everything's going fine. It's chaotic and stressful and expensive, but it is going well. And I just want to let you know that I'm doing good. And while we're here, I thought it would be fun to bring up a little topic to discuss. Something a little off the cuff, just kind of for fun. But I want to tell you about the video on my channel that I most regret recording. And it's probably not one that you would expect. See, when I started this channel, I called myself That Dang Dad because my daughter had just been born and I was staying up late at night. I was trying to be available for feedings or taking care of the crying baby. And so I was always whispering and speaking very softly, speaking, gently into the microphone and just generally trying not to make lots of noise because I desperately did not want to wake up the baby. And as I started to develop an audience, a lot of people approached me and said that they really appreciated my calm, quiet demeanor. So many YouTubers are shouty and yelly and angry and pissed off and in your face. And a lot of people just seem to really enjoy being able to come to my channel and just kind of vibe out, to hear about something interesting in kind of a non-combative kind of way. And that sort of developed into my little brand online. And sometimes some of these commenters would jokingly call me the ASMR dad. So one night I decided I was going to create a video called Proud Dad ASMR. So I got real close to the microphone. I would whisper directly into it these little affirmations like how I'm just so proud of you. You've been working so hard. And I know you feel like you might not be where you want to be in life, or you might feel like you're not living up to your potential, but I think you're doing great. You're working hard. You are kind, compassionate, and I'm just really proud to be your dad. That kind of thing. And at the time, I thought of it as just like a little gag, kind of like a cheeky little riff on the ASMR videos that were so popular at the time. I did not intend for it to be anything more than that. But then something kind of unexpected happened. A lot of people in the audience really responded to that video. A lot of people said stuff like, oh my God, I wish my dad had said stuff like this to me when I was a kid. People told me that they listened to that video after their own dad died because it made them feel better. People told me that they would sometimes fall asleep to it. And I gotta be honest with you, that made me feel pretty ashamed because I had made the video as a joke. Like I was just goofing off. And I had no idea that it would touch so many people or that it would come across as this like warm, comforting thing. And that was one of the first times in this channel that I really realized how many people were really struggling with damaged relationships with their parents. I've talked about my dad on the channel, and for all of our disagreements and disputes, he's always been kind and compassionate. He's always been affirming and always tells me that he's proud of me and tries to highlight things that I do that he thinks are good. I've never felt like I was a disappointment, or I've never felt like he regretted having me or anything like that. And so I just kind of took that for granted and did not realize how damaging it is to have a parent who does not sort of unconditionally love their kids and sort of build them up and empower them with kind words and affirmations. I didn't realize how painful that was and how many people were going through that pain. And so it really started to affect the way I thought about my channel because, like I said, when I started this channel and called myself That Dang Dad, it was only a reference to the fact that I had just had a kid. I wasn't intending to be your dad. I wasn't intending for this channel to be some kind of surrogate father thing where I was meeting that need for you. It was just something where like I'm a new dad and I might talk about dad stuff, but I didn't mean for it to be anything more than that. But over time, a lot of people in the audience made it something more than that. And it's something that I feel a lot of conflicting emotions about. on the one hand, I really appreciate that people put that trust in me and put that faith in me. And I really appreciate being able to meet people's needs and sort of give them that emotional warmth and comfort that they're looking for. On the other hand, I don't always feel very worthy of being a role model. I don't always feel like I live up to that image that people have of me as their kind of internet dad. And I think it's important to remember that what you see here in this YouTube screen is very carefully curated content. You only see what I want you to see. You only see me putting my best foot forward with scripts and editing. You don't see all the other stuff. You don't see how I really am at home. You don't see the times that I'm angry and grumpy and curmudgeonly. You don't see the times that I say something stupid to a family member that I regret. You don't see the times that I'm like sloppy and lazy, except for those of you who notice that I never dust my keyboard, and I never will. I hope it gets even dustier on this trip. You never see the times that I'm just like petty and spiteful, except for just now when I told you that I'm never going to dust my keyboard. You only ever see the version of me that I want you to see. And that's not to say that I'm not bringing something sincere on this channel. I don't say things that I don't mean. I don't advocate for things that I don't believe in. I am passionate about the things that I claim to be passionate about, and I try my best to always be authentic and honest with you all. But you always have to remember, I'm in control of the image that I project to you on this channel. And so to bring it back to this video that I wanted to talk about, that's a responsibility that I take very seriously. And it's something that like weighs on me as I create content on this channel. Because like I said, I didn't start out trying to be a father figure for people, but a lot of people have put that on me, and I never want to abuse that. I never want to misuse that. So even though I don't always feel like I live up to how people talk about me, I do always try to make sure that I'm using this channel responsibly, that I'm using that kind of influence and that kind of emotional connection that people project onto me with intentionality and with a strong, I don't know, ethical sense. Like, the last thing I want to do is be yet another parent figure that has disappointed people in the audience. But it's tough. When you start a channel, nobody prepares you for this kind of sort of one-way, but sort of two-way, but mostly one-way relationship that you get into with an audience. They don't prepare you for how to sort of contextualize that in your life and in your behavior. And I think we can all think of a lot of people who have screwed that up, and I just hope I'm never one of those people. But if you're somebody who saw that ASMR video and thought it was kind of cringe or felt like it was sort of making light of bad parental relationships, that's totally fair. I totally understand that. And if I could do it all over again, I either wouldn't or I would do it in a much more intentional way. And if you're somebody who genuinely did enjoy that video and genuinely does get something out of it, great. I am so glad and so honored and so humbled that you find warmth and comfort in that. And please continue to do so. I just hope I never treat the crisis of parental alienation flippantly or, without due gravity, because it is important. It does matter. There's a lot of people hurting out there, and I think that's something that we all need to take seriously. But anyway, that's all that I had. I just wanted to check in, let you know I'm doing good. The move is going fine. We are on track to be living in Minnesota by October. We just need to sell our old house and get the new house, but we're moving and grooving and things are happening, and I'm just very excited to be moving, very excited to be getting my daughter out of Kentucky, very excited to be getting her to a place that I feel like she'll have more resources and more respect and sort of less overt fascism from the people in charge of the government. So very excited about that. I will definitely talk more about that later when I can do it justice, give it a proper video. But until then, miss you all. Hope you're all doing great. And I will see you when I see you. Have a good night.